Hi, welcome to the Loop English Pod. Today's story: Moving Day Did Not Go As Planned. This is slow English for beginner learners at level A2. Listen, relax, and learn. This happened to me the day I moved into my new apartment. It was a day I will never forget. I woke up very early, and I felt excited before I even opened my eyes. Today was the day. I was moving into my first apartment, all by myself. I sat up and looked around my old room. There were boxes everywhere and nothing on the walls. I taped and labeled every box, and I was proud of all my hard work. I made coffee, I got dressed, and I waited by the window for the truck. The moving company said they would arrive at 8 in the morning. 8 came and went. Then 9 came and went. I called them and the man said he was sorry they were running late. A little late, I thought. Okay, I can wait. I drank another coffee and watched the empty street from the window. 10 came and went, and there was still no truck outside. I called again, but no one answered. My stomach felt tight, and I knew something was wrong. I texted my friend Layla, who said she would help me move today. She wrote back, "So sorry, I am sick today and I cannot come." I put my phone down slowly and looked at the pile of boxes. The pile was tall. Some boxes were heavy and some were very heavy. Moving day did not go as planned, and it was only 10 in the morning. I stood there and stared at the boxes for a long moment. I did not know where to start. I decided to start with the small boxes because I could carry those by myself. My new apartment was only 2 floors up, so I could use the elevator. I loaded my car with small boxes and drove to the new building. I parked outside and started carrying boxes from the car to the elevator. It was slow work, but I felt a little better because I was doing something. On my third trip, I picked up a medium box with books inside. It was heavier than I remembered, and my arms were already tired. I walked carefully to the elevator and pressed the button to go up. The doors opened, I stepped in, and the doors closed behind me. I pressed floor 2 and the elevator started to move, but then it stopped. Not at my floor. Just stopped somewhere in between and went quiet. I pressed floor 2 again and nothing happened. I pressed every button I could see. The elevator just sat there still and silent. I pressed the emergency button, and a loud alarm rang through the building. After a few minutes, a voice came through a small speaker on the wall. The voice said, "We see you. Do not worry. We will fix it soon." I stood in that small elevator with my box of books and waited. I needed a rest, but not like this. After about 10 minutes, the elevator moved again and the doors opened on my floor. I walked out fast, very glad to be out of that small metal box. I set my box down outside my door. I reached into my pocket for the key. The key was not there. I checked my other pocket, my bag, and my coat. It was not anywhere. It was back in my car sitting on the seat. I went back to the elevator, but I did not trust it. I took the stairs. I went down, got the key from the car, and came back up the stairs. My legs hurt. I was very hungry, but there was still much work to do. I unlocked the door and went inside my new apartment. I sat on the floor because there was nothing else to sit on. I just breathed. After a few minutes, I stood up and went back downstairs for another box. This time I carried the kitchen box, and I could hear things moving inside it. I held it carefully, but the stairs were steep and my arms were very tired. I dropped the box and it hit the floor hard. I heard a crack. I opened the box right there in the hallway and looked inside. My heart was in my stomach. My favorite mug was in 2 pieces. It was the blue one my mother gave me. I just wanted to sit down and cry. I sat on the floor next to the box and held the two pieces. The hallway was empty and quiet, and I felt very alone. I could not do this alone. I needed help and I did not have any. Then a door opened down the hall. A woman came out with a small dog. She was maybe 50 years old with short gray hair and a kind face. She stopped when she saw me on the floor with the broken mug. She said, "Oh dear. Are you all right? Are you moving in today?" I looked up and said, "Yes. I am in apartment 2B, and I am trying to move in by myself." She smiled and said, "Well, you do not have to try alone anymore." Her name was Marta, and she was my new neighbor in apartment 2A. She put her dog inside, came back and asked what she could carry. We carried boxes up the stairs together, 2 at a time. She was strong and fast, and she told funny stories about her own moving days. She once moved into a flat with no hot water for 3 weeks, she said. We laughed about it on the stairs and I felt much better. By 3 in the afternoon, all my boxes were inside the apartment. Marta found my kettle in the kitchen box and made tea for both of us. We sat on the floor with our tea because there was no furniture yet. We talked for a long time. She told me about the building and the neighborhood around it. She told me which neighbors were friendly and where the good shops were. She said the elevator broke every few months, so I should always use the stairs. I laughed and said, "Good to know." Before she left, Marta gave me a small plant from her apartment. She said, "Every new place needs something alive in it." I put the little plant on the window and looked at it for a moment. The sun came through the window. The boxes were all inside, and the plant was small and green. The new place already felt like home. Moving day did not go as planned. The movers never came. Layla was sick. The elevator broke, I lost my key and I dropped my mug. But I also met Marta. She helped me finish the day and made me feel welcome. Sometimes a bad day gives you something you did not expect. That's the story. Thanks for listening. Has something like this happened to you? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe for more slow English stories. 3 new stories every week. I will see you next time.